Okay. Ready in 3, 2, 1. What's up, Junior? Now, something like this definitely sounds like we're on something, but it also sounds like we're all the way back.
It sounds like we're on time. It's a Friday night. It sounds like we're on time. She be bouncing.
You're fully on time, but all the way fully on back.
You are like a fountain.
And we're on pounders tonight.
Oh, we're pounding tonight. Not us. Pause.
Doing it around. I guess all she's bad.
And she do it just like she do it on the runway. She do it just like she do it.
He say something. Like it's all she about, you know. This is all you got.
She do it just like she do it on the runway. She do it just like she do it on the runway. Incredible, collectible, from head to toe. She already knows. She bustin' like she tryna go professional.
What's the stuff now? Never know.
I probably be doing 100. Giving you what you want. You probably be the same way.
We had to do this song.
This is summer
just
jam.
for the weekend.
Drinking for the weekend.
We've had literally, I think, 3 or 4 summer jams.
Oh, for sure. It's been a good summer. I guess all she about.
You know what? I don't think we did the old switcheroo. We should do that one too.
I don't know. You're supposed to keep track of all this.
Yeah.
And she do it just like she do it on the road. She do it just like she do it on the road. Incredible, collectible. Dude, that she make you clap me medicine. That's my favorite. It gets me so hyped out.
Look at that cheek.
Probably be the same way.
Facts.
I've been looking at cheeks a lot lately.
Chipmunk cheeks.
Whatever. I've been checking cheeks. Bounce it. Ooh.
She was wet like a
Fountain. She be doing it alone. That's all she about.
What up, y'all? YouTube cannot copyright us for this shit. We're all over this. We're singing it. Oh, I guess if you sing it well enough, they can.
That's what I'm saying. It's basically the original. Incredible, collectible, from head to toe.
You ready mode.
I'm in ready mode. You probably be the same.
Let me just get a.
It hits
Run
so
it
hard.
back.
It hits so hard.
It hits so hard.
The vibe. She make it clap and be bouncing. Dude, she do make it clap and be bouncing. A fountain. For an hour and a half, we're just listening to this.
What's up,
There's
y'all?
a lot of songs we could just listen to for an hour and a half. Pipe Down was one of them, too. What is up, all y'all?
What's up, y'all?
Juniata.
Stand up, Juniata. It's always stand up, Juniata. Welcome back. We're back with another episode of Locker.
We're gonna say we're episode.
Well, don't tell them what I was about to say.
Well, they know.
No, they didn't know.
Well, now they do.
Because you've seen the script, and that's what it said. And I'm just reading off the script.
No script. Unfiltered, unkiltered, right at your mom's ween. That's Tyson Steele. I'm Brandon Himes. This is Locker Room Talk. Back with another episode.
What's up, y'all? Love y'all.
Is that thing gonna flicker this whole episode? Did you fix that light bulb yet?
No, I keep forgetting. I look down the fucking, in Walmart, they have the fucking trash bag, toilet paper, bug killer, paper towel out.
The home defense
Yeah.
aisle, yeah. Everything you could need, spills, animals.
That's also where the light bulbs are.
Mm-hmm.
And I look at that fucking thing and I'm like, ain't a thing I need. But I look at it like there's something I need.
I have a whole box of light bulbs in my house. When you move into a new crib, kind of like send you a box of light bulbs. So I got you. I'll give you one. I'll just give you a
Now,
light bulb.
did they send you like one for every room in your house, or just
It's just an assortment of different sizes of light bulbs.
is it
But they're energy efficient.
yeah, and is it their brand? Probably.
No, it's like Dollar General brand.
Really? Why do they do that then?
I don't know. Energy efficiency. They make so much money. Dude, I had 3 air conditioners and I ran them a lot in July. But like not all at the same time. No, I didn't run most of them at night except one. My electric bill is $270. Oh, God damn. About to start shutting all the lights off. Everything. Unplug the TV at night. God, what the fuck? $270? That's crazy. I would pay it, though.
I don't think that's that much.
Dude, my electric bill is usually only like... Because it's just me and Charlie.
Yeah, I
so
guess-
my electric
yeah, I
bill is
guess
usually
that
only
way.
like $110.
But this heat's been, but I don't.
It was
I'm
crazy hot.
Yeah, that's what
Crazy
I'm-
hot in the month of July. Because
Yeah.
even in June, my electric
When
bill...
we went golfing and to the Pirates game, we fucked their whole houses up.
Well, that was
My house-
June.
My house has never been the same since that fucking Pirates game that we went to.
Yeah.
Like it just never had it under. I felt like as soon as it was going from spring to summer, I had it perfectly under control. The right windows open and everything, letting it air out, and then I shut off everything because that's what my mom told me to do. Just shut everything off, close all the windows. Then I came back.
Crazy.
That thing, it was 100 degrees.
Your upstairs has been hot for
Never
month.
go. It was never like that, and then ever since then, I've never got it back.
Imagine the attic. It's an
Dude,
oven.
dude, I start sweating when I go up there.
It would be
I've
an
had to
oven.
I have to go up there sometimes.
That's crazy. Imagine if we were still recording in the attic. I would have quit the podcast already. It got really fucking hot this summer. But even in June, my electric bill was only like $160. But July, $270.
Listen, we didn't do a whiteboard today,
Yeah.
and I also didn't write this down in my notes today, but it happened today. A dude asked me, he's like, you look a little red. Seems like you got some sun. A dude on my route, you got a little sun.
You're out in the sun for 5 days a week.
I'm out here.
You've been out in the sun. I mean, you're not talking to
You
me
just
inside
can't-
your house.
I'm just an older guy. Retired dude. You get a little sun. Yep, dude.
Can't stop it. Every day.
Every day, dickhead. I mean, what do you think? How do you think I got sun? I mowed my grass for an hour after work.
After being out in the sun all day.
Oh my god.
Gotta love the post
So-
office.
Okay, so let me tell you this.
All right, tell me.
Because I thought it would be after it, but I'm going to put it before it.
Go ahead.
So everybody knows I'm a mailman at this point. It's no secret.
It's no Corey Seager.
It's not a Corey Seager. He's a 101. 2-time World Series MVP.
I said Seager. Like the word secret.
It's not a Seager either. It's not a Corey Seager. Like, what would you used to say? Swearsies. It's not. It's not a Corey Seager.
Betty, if you're listening, that was for me and you, girl. Swearsies was just a me and you thing.
But swearsies.
I haven't swearsies with anybody else.
I swear that swearsies didn't mean shit.
Oh shit! If it wasn't 11 o'clock and she wasn't married, I would text her and ask her if she knows, if she remembers a swearsy. But I'll save it till tomorrow morning. Swearsies were sacred.
That was the word of God.
I mean, God didn't even have a word higher than a swearsy.
I put it on swearsies. But then to us, that like if he said, "Yeah, put it on swearsies," what is that? It's not higher than a Scoopy or Herky.
I lied on some swearsy.
Oh yeah, I know. Because it's not a real thing. It's not like putting it on your pap. You know what I mean? Where you gotta go see him.
Word with an ease at the end. Swears. I say whatever. No, swearsies are sacred. Swearsies are sacred. I don't think I've ever lied on the swearsies, to be honest with you. But she never said, "Did you cheat on me, swearsies?" You know what I mean? No, the hell, I hate swears.
No. I'll put it on the swearsies.
How many times you want me to swear? Oh, man. I lived a good life, you know? I was just talking to somebody at work today about all the different nicknames I've had for, like, all my different bitches. Like, that one specifically was Betty. And then I'm not getting into the other one.
Because what we found out is also, like, a bunch of our listeners are just our exes.
You know who you are. And if you don't, hit me
Love
up on
y'all.
Snapchat, BMH11 to talk about
I
it.
love y'all, and I love you specifically. So, on my mail route, I delivered to a retired mailman. And when he comes outside, he hasn't been outside all summer because it's been hotter than a motherfucker. When he comes outside, he always wants to hear the gossip, who's got whose route. He's seen somebody over by here, and that confused him. You know what I mean? Like, why was he in Greenfield?
That's not your Potters.
No, that is a Know Your Potters right there.
I didn't know what button you were hitting there.
So he wants to know all the inside scoop. He comes busting out his door when he like hears that I'm up on the house before him. He comes busting out his door, and he just starts telling me all the gossip on the block. He's telling me even the guy that lives beside him now. It like he went to court because he maybe R-worded a 15-year-old, but he was found now guilty. These people are moving. They got apparently they got her mom has 3,000 acres up in Wyoming, and they're just gonna dig a big hole and just build a house right on it. He's telling me the whole scoop. He's also telling me that right down here, they're trying to, 2 houses down, they're trying to sell this house right here. And it's a nice looking house in a nice area. In the inside, it's nice. But as soon as you get outside, all you can see from the porch is to the right, the people beside them is just destroyed this backyard. You know what I mean? Like, it's probably just all dirt. This dude has done nothing. I never even see this dude. And this is who I deliver to. And he's literally saying, like, this house could be sold immediately. It's $118,000 for the house. And which is probably like a 90, but with the inflation. But people won't buy it because of the neighbor. And he's telling me, like, this dude's a fucking hoarder. He's a fucking son of a bitch. Fuck this guy. He has rat tunnels all through his house. Like, he's such a hoarder. And I'm like, damn. Like, dude, he's just going off on the whole fucking block, you know, at this point. And I'm like, well, there's also an apartment there. I said to him, and he's like, no, there used to be an apartment there. And I was like, no, I still give mail to one of those apartments. And he's like, then that means he's just taking it. So this is what's awesome about being now I just gotta tell my bosses, like, hey, so I think some crazy guy had been living in a place that was 2 apartments, and then it turned into a single house or whatever. And for years, dude, as long as I've been doing it, 6+ years. And from what he's been knowing it, like 10 years. So for like 10 years, this dude's been getting this guy's mail. But he always, it's not like the box is full or nothing. Gets it every day.
Maybe he killed the other guy.
He could have. No, literally, I found that out today. And it's like, I gotta just tell my supervisors, hey, I think this is going on. I think we should just.
They're going to just make you put a green slip in the mailboxes to names. But then if the guy verifies the name, how are you going to be able to tell? You know what I mean?
But he's just keeping that. Dude says he's a hoarder. So he was like, he's been just fucking. He probably has all that shit in his house. Like, he has a box of it. Like, he probably does, it just throws all this guy's mail just to the side.
That's crazy.
For like 10 years.
Yes. That's a lot of mail.
Circulars, everything. They're all emptied out every single day.
Definitely killed the guy. For sure. Have you ever seen him?
Only once or twice. And I didn't know which one it was. So I never, I just said hi. You know what I mean? Because I didn't know, oh, hey, Mr. So-and-so or so-and-so. Come to find out, it's just one of them. And he works night shift. It could be a fucking killer.
I'm telling you.
Could be a fucking killer.
I know a serial killer when I hear one.
So
it sounds like this guy's a serial killer.
So now, we used to get in trouble if you're like, why'd this block take you so long? Why did this, from this point to this point, take you so long? Remember that?
Yeah.
Especially when we had scam points. We don't have them no more. And when there's a retired mailman talking to you, dude, take me to fucking court. Like, I'm going to let this dude talk his ass off. You know what I mean? This is one of, especially since I know him. Like, we work together. I know you. And Dude, it was 15 minutes of just block talk. Just him bitching about, TC that we work with?
Give me a route number.
Over by Marissa's house, like, it's the glass is big. TC.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's where he lives at.
Yeah.
He lives over there. I said, give me a route.
I know, and I know. I could only just think of that because he was like, I didn't get, because Tuesday my swingman called off, and he's like, I didn't get my fucking mail until 5 or damn near after 5 o'clock. I walked out here, and the outgoing mail was still in there, so I knew you weren't here today, and I seen right across the street there was a mail truck. I walked it over, and he was trying to explain to me this type of guy. He's like, it was the big religious freak. Dude, I mean, it's probably not good to talk on air, but like, he was saying he like let one of his children die because they're like in their religion, they don't believe in medicine.
Oh, I heard about that. Yeah, that was a thing when we worked at the post office. Like before we worked at the
And that's what he was saying to me, and I'm like,
and it's not like medicine, it's like vaccinations and stuff like that.
yeah, I'm like, dog, I don't know. And I didn't say nothing. I was just like, yeah, he seems like a church guy. I didn't know it was that type of church. That's just all I said.
Oh, he's heavy.
Because you know how these older guys are talking to me.
Clarkson's heavy.
He is. And I told him, I was like, he's a church guy.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he puts the urge in JH.
And he's like, and I mean, he was saying he lived right there on the block and giving me all the block news. And then after that, I told him, like when it was finally done, I was like, I'm going fishing this weekend. He's like, where are you going fishing at? And I was like, Newton Hamilton. And dude, his eyes lit up. And it's funny, like, if you tell people like you're going fishing and they say where and you say Newton Hamilton, it's either they have no idea, they never even heard those two words together. You know what I mean? They have no idea where this is, or I swear on my pap, it's the best fishing they ever did. Like they have I've never heard a bad word about Newton Hamilton. Not once. He lit up when I said that. He's like, oh my God. He starts telling me all these catfish stories. He said we used to catch catfish. What we would use, they would do catfish fries. And the way they used to catch catfish is they would take Velveeta cheese and just wrap it around a treble hook and then just leave the eye sticking out to poke a line through. But they would freeze them so they just wouldn't fall apart immediately. You know? Yeah. But he called them cheese balls, and I'm like, as soon as he said cheese balls, I'm like, are you poking 3 cheese balls into the side? And he's like, no, we used to just Velveeta. But then he says, and I caught a 22-inch or a 22-pound, 5-ounce channel cat in Glendale off a white belly sucker.
I know a couple of them.
That's not even what I was fishing for, but I was using a white belly, 12-inch. It was about 12-inch white belly sucker, and it was 22.5, and he took it to the marina, and they weighed it. Like, it was confirmed. Like, it's good. But I don't know if it got beat. He was saying that I guess they do like plaques up at the wherever the fuck up at Glendale, probably the marina, and he's not on it for the 22.6, 22.5, and he should have been. And if he would have been, if they would have made a plaque for him, he would have called it King Cat. And it was just such an old man joke that I'm like, the King Cat. Like, he's been since, that was like in 86, he caught that. It's been 40 years. He's been thinking of that fish for this long. Like, that's almost awesome for like Charlie. You know what I mean? Like, I promise you, she hooks a 15er. It's gonna damn near break these fucking children rods.
Hell yeah.
You're never gonna forget that.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and dude, I seen the Polaroid. He showed me the Polaroid of it, and I'm like, and oh my God, B. I didn't even want to say to him like, hey, can I take a picture of this? Just because he looked so fucking goofy in it. You know who I'm talking about?
Mm-hmm.
Big Bird with the fucking... He had a Jew afro. Dude, a huge afro. But also, like, it was, like, permed. Like, it's old school 80s. And he had a trucker hat on it. So it's just fucking poo firm. And his eyes were fucking this big. And he's holding this... It was the funniest fucking picture. It's all fucking yellow and shit now. It's been so many years. Oh my God, dude. You wouldn't even recognize it. You almost didn't even recognize him, but you could tell how slender he was. And that's how you know it was him. So then after he tells me about this catfish, he tells me about, another time up at Glendale. Me and my buddies, we were wading out in the water. We were about waist high. And I was using about, he hits me with this. I was using about, I would say about a 12-inch white belly sucker. Which I never even heard of a white belly sucker. Now he said it again.
I know a couple.
But he hit me with the about a 12-inch white belly sucker. And then listen to me. He says, now this is an old man, right? He makes the like motion of casting a rod, but it's an old man, right? With a fucking colostomy bag. He's been through some shit. Fucking was in Vietnam, everything. He fucking just makes the motion like this. Just like... and at first I just thought, like, you know, he was just making the motion of just casting it out. But then I thought, well, if you do have a 12-inch fish,
One is bait.
whether it's a white belly sucker or nothing or anything, you have a 12-inch fish. Like, how else would it feel cast? You're going to get no distance on that thing. It's a 12-inch.
A foot-long fish.
So when he went like this, I was like, yeah, that's probably how it went.
12-inch white belly sucker is great. I was trying to catch a fucking snapping turtle.
So he gave it line. The thing was running. It's clearly alive. It was definitely alive. You know what I mean? It's a 12-inch. So, it was running out in front of him, and then all of a sudden, now he is actually having the right tackle. He's having a big rod. He has the top side, not a bait caster, but the big, like the fucking, neither of those sounds were good. The fucking clickety, you know what I mean?
Yeah, just
Reels.
like a deep sea reel.
Yeah. But I think those were just bait casters back in the day. It just got smaller.
Maybe.
Yeah, whatever. I don't know what the right word for those is. He had one of those, so he has the right tackle, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he's fishing for the right thing. He hooks a fish, and he's like, he tells his buddy, he's like, look at my line, and his line is starting to, snake how it does, and you start to get tight. And he's like, I got a fish. So he starts tightening up his drag, and then he like locks it. You know how you can fucking lock them. And then as soon as it gets tight, he just fucking yoinks on it, set the hook set. Immediately he can tell this is a huge fish. And he's like, I'm handling it carefully. Like I know what I'm doing. Like I'm in control. And then all of a sudden, nothing. Snap. Like snap. And he's like, damn. And he's fucking reeling up his line because it was big. And he's reeling up his line, and his buddy says again, he's like, look at your line. And you can see like the fucking top of the line that's coming out of the water. It's coming. And I said it before he could say it. I was like, it's coming right at you, isn't it? He's like, yeah, it's coming right at us. And so now this thing's fucking charging right and they're in waist high water. And so this thing, and he said it was damn near 5 feet long in the width of a telephone pole. And I believe him. We're talking about like the early 70s. Like he told me he like was there helping out. They didn't have like really construction crews back then. Like teenagers used to just make bucks on the side. They don't have laws and shit back then. Like you could just. He told me we would just like carry hay bales around. And that was probably for like planting grass and shit. You know what I mean? But he was there for Glendale is a man-made lake. So he's telling me this story, and the fish gets right up to him, like 4 or 5 feet away, and he could just see it, and it turned to him. It got up to him, and it turned its body to him, and he was just literally standing there right in front of this fish. And he said, all I could think about was Husky Muskie Club. And I was like, what's the Husky Muskie Club? And he's like, oh, it was, you had to have a Husky Muskie. It was 60 inches or better. And I had the hat and everything. But he just kept saying, all he could think about was Husky Muskie. And on the fucking white belly sucker. And so he had it right up to him, 5 feet, like, and you know how it is when you're getting like the moments like that. It's like 1 second is 10 seconds or 5. And like before he could ever even think, the dude that he was with, his girlfriend was in the water too. And as soon as she like probably caught the angle where she could see it, it had to look like a fucking alligator. You know what I mean? Like you really don't think shit is in here that's this big.
Yeah.
With sharp teeth.
When you're fishing with a 12-inch fish.
And you're halfway in the water.
With a 12-inch fish bait.
Well, any of us would have just called him stupid. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Well, it's just 16-inch Bass Boy. That's all he did.
Yeah.
Is he caught the kid complained the whole weekend about a 16-inch bass being around here. Then he caught the smallest fucking bluegill, the smallest bluegill you could ever catch, and then fucking hooked that. And we were like, "What the fuck you doing to that thing, man? I mean, let it live. Like, you're not gonna fucking go out there and catch nothing." And then he literally first cast threw it, miscast, threw it into fucking weeds. Remember that?
Oh, yeah.
And then fucking caught a 16.
That's going to be me on Sunday.
But, so this dude ends up saying when his girlfriend seen the fish, she just like screamed, like she couldn't help it. And as soon as he screamed, that fish just took off. And he's like, he said this to me. He's like, I was using an ugly stick. And they used to, back in the day, promote the ugly sticks as like you couldn't break them. I'm like, yeah, they still promote.
Well, now they only give you a 7-year guarantee if it breaks.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It's still a longer life.
Well, that's because stupid motherfuckers ruined it.
Oh,
you know
yeah.
what I mean? It only takes one dick to fuck everybody. Found a fucking...
Put that on a t-shirt and smoke it. Let me get a break. I got piss. Bro, give me the power.
And... Oh, shit.
Yeah, get in on that. You already hit it.
And we're back.
Again.
So, the story ends up being like as soon as that woman yells, the fish just takes off. And he's using the ugly stick. And he said that fucking tip went to the fucking handle. And I believe him. You know what I mean? A fish that big.
I swear up and down by an ugly stick.
Yeah. And it won't break. You almost damn near wanted. If it was 5 feet away from you, that big of a fish, that thing just went from tip to handle. Because he turned the drag all the way up before he set the hook. And he never turned it down. So as soon as it took off, it had nowhere to it just beat. And he said the line sounded like a gunshot going off. Like it was just boom.
That's crazy.
Word.
Did he land it?
No, it broke off right there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it just snapped the line. But I believe him because like where we're about to like float through is where I seen one of the. Remember that muskie I showed you that those bow fishers shot in the head? They should have never did that. But that where they shot that at is where I seen something like that, and we're floating right through it. It's just gonna be funny to think that like that thing could be just right underneath you.
This blue rod.
But they're not like they wouldn't kill humans. They're scared.
No, I'm saying it hits the bait on Charlie's blue
Oh
rod.
my god. Dude, it would just rip it out of her hands. She would never.
I'm like, did you
Ian
drop
Bra-
it? She'd be like, no.
I don't even know what happened.
Oh yeah.
But that's what I'm saying is like the biggest fish I ever caught was what I have mounted is 18 inches. The next biggest is I think 19 inches, maybe 21 inches. That's on my Facebook. And then I caught a 25 incher. I knew it was 20. This was a legendary fish. My Uncle Mark used to tell me all the time, so we're going fishing this weekend.
Might have lines in the water tomorrow.
Yeah. If we take videos on our phones, can we post that to, we don't just need the camera? So we're going to try and take videos on our phones, go through the whole tour. It was supposed to be a tournament. Now we don't know. We're going to get it.
Fucking free
Now, go fuck yourself.
Yeah.
For
Here's your cheesesteak and your burger.
no food at the end. Yeah, so we're going to show where we used to camp at, and it's different. But he used to tell me by these train track, the culverts, this third culvert in, left side, throw it upriver, land it on the left upper corner of the bridge, and just let it sit, and just let it sit. He would always say that, just let it sit. You never let it sit enough. And so I put all the weights that he wanted me to put on it, because he liked to use the big fucking sinkers, but the big sinkers always get fucking snagged.
Yep.
So that's why we always went lighter sinkers and smaller. And I did exactly what he wanted me to do, and I hooked onto, I think it was 23. We'll start there. It was a 25 incher. And when this thing got to me, my little cousin Dalton was with me. It was in the morning where the whole 3 families are here. You know what I mean? And the only one I wanted to go fishing, and then my cousin Dalton just stragged along with me. And he was so young, he don't even know what he's doing. Now I catch this fish. It's on this fucking rod that's up here. This little guy. And that thing was past the fucking handle, how bent it was. Dude, it's crazy that thing's still alive. It was past the handle, how bad it was. And it was jumping, and I'm trying to fight this fucking thing. I get it the whole way up into me. And I look at it, and it has a blind eye. And I can tell it's a smallmouth by the body. But walleye kind of look like smallmouth as well. Because, largemouth, they have the stripe going down them. That's just, it's like if you've seen a chain pickerel. You know what I mean? It's clearly a chain pickerel because the chain's running down its body.
Clearly.
The small, this thing just looked like a fucking, it could have been a huge walleye. And, its teeth, its teeth, if it was a walleye, its teeth would have been bigger. But it was such a old smallmouth that its teeth were actually visible. You know what I mean? and like that felt like it would hurt. And I remember like trying to reach for it, and I'm like telling my smaller cousin, I'm like, you grab it. And as we're like trying to say like, no, I'm not gonna grab it, and I'm like trying to do something, it just fucking breaks off, gone. But that was on a Helgermite. So my biggest fish ever, which would have been mounted on this wall, was on a Helgermite. So that's what I'm saying. Like, you have no idea that she don't just catch we catch catfish on Helgermite at 22 inches. You know what I mean? Like big
Got
catfish.
a backup rod.
Word.
We just had to break one reel to get it.
Well, that was stupid how they. And honestly, I wish we could have respooled this reel.
It's got 10-pound on it.
It'll work, but there's already line twist on it. Means it's been sitting. But it'll still work. It's not gonna really like make a difference.
Not for her.
No.
She's 9.
But yeah,
I don't even think I was 9 the first time I was ever down at this camp. I don't think the first time I was down at this camp I was like 12 or 13.
and I think around like 9 is when I caught my 18-incher. Which if she catches an 18-incher, B. Okay, let's say it right now, B.
Say it.
If you get a good taxidermy, dude, it's $11 an inch. That's like good. It's probably going to be around 13. 12 would be nice, you know what I mean? 14, they're going to do a good job, right? How big of a fish does she have to catch where you'll get it taxidermied? Mine's 18. That's sitting in the bathroom at my parents' place.
Probably 0.
What do you mean?
I don't want no fish on my wall. We got pictures.
Nah, you got to get a taxidermy. She's so. You don't think?
If she wants me to have a dead fish on the wall,
Yeah, that's like having a deer head.
it means nothing to me.
Oh, man.
I'd rather have her first lottery ticket framed on the wall. I still have it in my wallet. She won a free ticket.
If she caught a 21-incher.
Maybe. I would just take a video of her fucking fighting the thing.
You got to get it mounted.
Maybe.
Now, Mark literally told me, he's like, if you catch something like this X amount of big, I'm going to get it mounted. And I think when Mark got that fish mounted for me for my birthday, and maybe I got to do that for Charlie. You know what I mean?
Her birthday's in 3 weeks.
Yeah. Maybe that's what I'll do. If she, because I never got her anything else, you know what I mean?
True.
And that's literally how Mark did it for me. Like, Mark never got it. But when I caught this 18-incher, he got it mounted for me.
She would think that's cool, unwrapping her gift, and it's just a fish that she caught on the fishing.
Well, it's going to come in. I remember it came in, like, the next year.
Really?
Because it takes a long time. You know what I mean?
She's going to have a good time. That's my main concern. I could catch 0 fish, but as long as she's having fun, you know what I mean?
Oh, dude, she's going to. That's what I'm telling you. Like,
But I've never gone fishing on the Little Genie. I
Hey,
caught
listen.
0 fish. Never.
with Helgermites?
Maybe if I threw a skitter pop all day.
Yeah, you're going to catch that.
Yeah, we're catching a lot of fish.
So we got to get right into this. So last Sunday we all golfed, and I golfed with Jay. Now Jay set this up, and
First time listeners, Jay is Tyson's cousin.
my little cousin Jay,
By blood.
Craymon Dream,
They're basically DNA.
Craymon Dream.
They are the same exact make and build.
So when Jay brought this up, it was just a fishing trip. Then he said we're gonna put a little money on it, and I'm like, I'm down. You said you're down. Then you said you're bringing Charlie. Awesome. And then, now we're kind of making this a thing. Then Kenny and James are involved. They're coming down. They want to be in the tournament. And then Mark gets I don't even know where Mark found this guy. I've never even seen him. But he said he's a veteran and he was in Iraq but he said he was homeless for the last 10 years. And now he's going fishing with us. And I'm like, yeah, I'm not worried about he's not a good dude. I know he's a good dude. But I want to kind of know why you were homeless for 10 years. You know what I mean? Like, there's something specific. How could you make it through, like, army shit and then just not figure out how to, like, live in society?
Make your house.
Yeah. So we got a homeless vet coming with us.
Jeremy's like, Mark invited the whole neighborhood.
And then, okay, so hold on. So Sunday, I tell Jay, I'm like, hey, so for weeks now leading up into it, every single time I see Jay, I'm like giving him like thoughts and concerns, like, and questions, like, hey man, if you stay, we're starting at 7. Do we have to put a timeline on like when you get done, like say 4 p.m. You can still fish, but no fish after 4 p.m. count. I'm giving him things like that, you know what I mean? He's saying no. It's just all day, just what the best team win or the best man wins. We're doing singles. And then Sunday we go to golf and I say, hey, so I was thinking, like, I think the best thing to do is just send out a message, everybody in a group chat, and just say, hey, we're all going to write down our fish. Whether, like, I was always going to write down yours, you know what I mean? And Jay, Mark's not going to want to write them down. But you know what I mean? Just, like, keep track of everybody's fish. It's like we play golf, like in a tournament golf, you know what I mean? Keep an eye or keep that other team's score, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Keep track of what you can see, essentially, kind of. And he's like, I totally agree. Even when, if you come in, because what you don't want to happen is that there's one boat about to come in, and what's winning is 14 fish. And this team, you come up to them and ask them, like, what'd you get? And they're like, 13 or 14. Well, what is it? Did you have 13 or you have 14? Because 14 ties it or 13 loses it. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. But if you just wrote them down, and all we're talking about is just writing the inches down. That's all. And if you just write down your inches, then you just add them up at the end. And so Jay agreed with me, and biggest fish was supposed to be a side prize, which I think they would have just got double their money. So if we put in 20, biggest fish would have got 40, and then the rest goes to the guy that won. And then Sunday, we go play darts at the Trianon, come home, got all the fishing gear laid out right here. We start immediately talking about the weekend, start talking fishing. And
you show him my new piece.
I didn't. But just out of nowhere, just as we're talking, he just says, You know what I thought about it? I'm not gonna write. I'm not gonna want to write down my fish. It's just gonna take too much time. That's what he said. That's on my pad. That's what he said. Fuck a swearsies. That's on my pap. That's what he said to me. It's gonna take too much time, but it's not gonna take too much time for you to take your last sip of your beer, take it out of the koozie, drop your fishing rod, turn around, open the fucking cooler, grab a fucking beer, turn around, crack it, put it in the koozie, spit your fucking Zin out, put a new fucking one in. All of that, and then go back to fishing. All, but he couldn't fathom how you can make the time to just put 16. It's just a number down. Just a number. That's all you had to do.
But then again, if you think where he's coming from, if it's 16 inches, he's putting down 1 foot 4 inches and a half.
Yeah.
He has to write that all out.
As soon as he said that to me, I immediately I had nothing to say. All I knew is that you're gonna cheat. In some way or another.
Well, you're stepping into the JCNR.
And how could he not win? He has to win. So then I said to him, I says.
Jimbo.
I says, what are we doing? Like minimum fish, like legal limit lengthwise, because the book says 15, and that means like if you want to take home these fish and eat them, it has to be 15 inches minimum. And he said, no, we're going to go with 12. And I said, okay, well, listen, I think that's more of a better reason for people to write their fish down, because you could get damn near up near like 27, 28 and not remember if you were on 27 or is this 28. And you don't want that to happen. Like, you know what I mean? And he said, I'm telling you right now, nobody's catching 30 fish. And I was like, okay, but like still, like you get what I'm saying. He's like, I'm telling you, nobody's doing that good. And I'm like, listen, man, I got a good fucking game plan. I think I understand. I know what I'm about to do out there. And he's like, I'm telling you right now, you are not doing that good. And he looked me dead, like just fucking dead in my eyes, and just told me, you are not doing that good.
Stared you in the soul.
30 fishes.
But he knows everything. He's big history.
He's a 10-time angler of the year.
Kevin.
The J Master Classic.
Jay Van Dam.
This is also coming from a guy that has, and I'm not being rude. I love my little cuz. He just has like, and we all know it. When he gets drunk, he could either be fun Jay or argumentative Jay. And like that argumentative Jay is the worst person to fucking even hang out with. Like he literally argues for the fun of it. It like you're just being that stupid. I hope it's fucking argumentative or
Argumentative.
whatever. And well,
You're saying how there's two sides to Jay? You're talking about how you don't want to write the fish down. And how no one's going to catch 30 fish.
yeah.
It looks you dead in your soul. Told you ain't going to catch that many. No one's going to do that.
So I love my cousin Jay. But when he gives me moments like those now, it's like I don't even I know what's happening. I don't fucking entertain it. You know what I mean? And like I wanted to like, for example, I'm using tubes all this weekend. I got all different colors and shit, you know what I mean? I don't know if those are gonna work, but I told him, I'm like, hey man, I've been looking up some shit and I was like, I think tubes are gonna be hot. And it's just something these fish aren't seeing. And he's like, nah, it just blew me off. Whatever. And I'm like, I fucking, like I talked about last week, I'm the one that started the skitter pop shit. I've already done this once. There's no telling I don't do it again. You know what I mean? Create a new craze in this area. Because this is a popular area. It's gotta be. You know what I mean? And he just blows me off. And I'm like, nothing about your game. You know what I was gonna say is I love my fucking cousin Jay. I don't ever want to talk no bad about Jay. It's all love, but it's all truce on here. It's all truce on here. I'm just venting at this point. I could tell my cousin Jay all this shit in the world about tubes and about how pros still use tubes to this day. Pros use tubes when they're in smallmouth lakes, in rivers, in tournaments with the hundreds of thousands of dollars on the line. Those guys are using tubes. And I'm feeling like I've got a good idea going on right here. And all I would just like think is like you'd be like, you know what? You're kind of making a good point. Just say something. Instead, he just laughs at me. And as soon as we catch 50 fish tomorrow, in 2 days, and he's like, what'd you catch them on? And I say tubes. Guess who will be the first person to carry tubes? And it's like, it's almost like it could never be a thing unless you make it happen. You know what I mean? Like he couldn't never try nothing on his own. I don't get it. I would love for him to say like, hey, you know what I was looking up the other day? And I'm like, what? He's like, drop shot rigs. And I'm like, seriously? Like, how do you tie your knots? Because that's a certain thing when it's a drop shot rig. And I'm like, teach me everything. You know what I mean? If you figured it, because I've tried it multiple times. I could never really get it because it's like 3 different knots on a drop shot rig. And I would just love to learn that. You know what I mean? Him teaching me it's way better than a fucking video or something. You know what I mean? Man, so like, and then also, let me say this because I forgot this.
Go ahead.
I said, we didn't know if Jay was going to be off in the morning. Well, my Uncle Mark and Jay are going to be Helgermiting when they get down there in the morning. They're going to do a first round. But my Uncle Mark doesn't go out into fast water, so it's going to be actually 2 different sessions. Jay, we're talking about it. We're talking fishing, and I just think, I'm like, hey man, I was thinking the other day, I was like, you know, if we just catch like 20 Helgermites, let's just give them all to Charlie, just so she just has like a fun day. She don't know how to. She's the only one out of all of us that doesn't understand how to use anything else. Clear. And he says, fuck that. If I catch Helgermites, I'm using Helgermites. And I'm like, I can't even say nothing because it's just argue, Jay. And I'm just like, in my head, I'm like, it's a fucking child, dude. She's not even in the game that we're playing. even if like we just take all the Helgramites to her, that just makes it fairer for us that we're all using artificial.
Yeah.
But if he catches Helgramites,
He's fucking using them. Charlie
Man.
better not even look at him.
if we catch 10, she's getting 5. That's what it is.
Word. And then we're stealing Jay's 5.
We should. We should empty out our fucking peanut butter cup, and then the bottoms are all the same. Not mine has a green rope. His has a white rope. We could just switch the bottoms out, empty ours into the boat,
We'll never know.
and then just take off immediately. What are you gonna do?
They're in our boat. They're our bait.
And you can't hear about this because tomorrow he's already gonna be down there.
No service.
Can't listen to the. Not that he didn't ever.
He wasn't going to.
All I ever asked of him was just like, "Hey man, when you see it, it's like every Saturday morning at 9, our episodes come out. If you just fucking click on it, like it, just let it play for a little bit, I'd appreciate it." Never did it ever.
He's busy Saturday mornings at 9. He's
Oh,
just getting
huge
off of work at the post
Huge
office.
busy.
He's just getting off of work at the post office at 9 a.m. on Saturday morning.
He hasn't broken a sweat, and I don't know how long.
What's he missed the last 2 summers? Must be nice. Yeah, send them my way after you light one. Or just light it and send them.
Y'all
my
ready,
way.
set? Hey.
God damn it.
I was waiting for a hut from you.
Oh, it was a silent count.
Okay.
Brady, Brady! Brady! That was like the cornhole. Brady's
Oh, no way.
Off the Glover would have been sick.
That skipped like a rock.
Try to hit me with that light.
The blue area.
What a shit show you guys are watching right now.
Now just gun it at my head. Oh yeah. The wrong gun. The wrong gun. The wrong gun. Skeezer.
That was too quick.
That
I
was,
thought I shook the fastball off.
it was a skeezer.
I thought I shook the fastball off. I said no. I said yeah, fastball.
Yeah, I'm feeling bad, bud.
Must have been a slurve you were showing me on the first.
I shook my head back. I shook it off, and then I shook my head backwards. You didn't catch that?
That Rangers World Series picture pissed me off.
Where? This one or? Oh, it's not that.
It ain't that one. She was
The
at the
World
Cubs.
Series.
She was at the Cubs game the other day.
Did you see that? The national anthem was wrong too.
Mm-mm.
It's like a Diamondbacks anthem.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Welcome.
So back to J-Mon. So I'll tell this right now.
Tell him.
He kept saying that, because I'm like, yeah, it's gonna take like 7 hours. He keeps saying, no, it's gonna take like 4 hours. I didn't understand what he was saying. Now he was saying like, we're gonna be walking our canoes so much, and I'm like, yeah, sure. It's been hot. The water's low. But he's like, we're just gonna be walking our canoes so much, and I'm like, man, even in these low areas, you can still fish them. There's certain spots where you can fish them. It's not that low.
I mean, we floated on some low water and still didn't even have to walk our canoe that much.
Yeah. I know. I've been through all of this. I don't know what he's talking about.
Well, they don't know. I had to say for the people.
True. Yeah. And I put it together this Tuesday when we were scrubbing out and cleaning kayaks and canoes. He said when we were talking about food, because Mark said, be ready to be out there for like 7 hours. And I was like, yeah, me and Brandon have always this whole time thought right around 7 hours. And Jay said, it's going to take about 4 hours. I'm telling you. And I'm like, and me and Mark didn't even say nothing. And I'm like, why is he thinking that? It's because he don't know how, none of his shit works. Skitter Pops is the only thing that works because they float on top of the water.
Mm-hmm.
Everything else has to go under the water. And if there's no water, like no deep, he's just using lures and shit. He don't have no soft plastics and just other options. That's why we have so much gear. It's not because of like sure, you collect it over the years, and once you buy it once, they do last for a long time. They don't go like fucking moldy and shit, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But like, you buy this much shit because if this is the situation, you want to have something for it.
Yeah.
That's all it is. And this is the guy that's telling me we will not do good. You will not do as good as you think you're going to do. You will not catch 30 fish. I think I'm going to catch 30 fish. I actually think now I'm going to catch more. But I think I'm going to catch 30 fish. And 12 inches? If we have a Hellgrammite line, every Hellgrammite fish is going to, if they're not bluegills and rock basses, you know what I mean? They're 12 inches.
Yeah.
Like, so we're going to be fucking smoking them. And this is a guy that told me I'm not going to do that good, and I'm a better fisherman than him. I know everything that he has in his tackle box because half of it is what I taught him, and half of it is what his Uncle Mark taught him.
Well,
His
your Uncle
stepdad.
Mark.
Yeah. I could name everything in his tackle box because half of it I taught him, half of them Mark taught him. He's never taught himself on his own how to like do a specific thing and like, create a moment like tubes could be. You know what I mean? Bringing back something that these fish haven't seen since we were kids. You know what I mean?
I know what you mean. You're passionate. You're more passionate, I can't tell, about the fishing or about out fishing Jay.
Both. This is a motherfucker that only went down there. And I love Jay.
Love him.
He went down there last Saturday to drop off a load of wood. As he's dropping off that load of wood, he turned around and he looked at that river and then just can talk in definites. You are definitely not catching 30 fish.
He's a river whisperer.
He's a
Whisper.
all of my fish are bigger than your fish. I've always ever done better than you. I've taught you more than you've ever. He's never taught me nothing.
Do you still have the two oars, the two silver and black oars for your canoe or whatever?
No, but we do have like it could be those. I think they're silver and red. It's probably those.
I thought they like connected in the middle. Just like a pull net, like a swimming pool net on the stick. Thought you had oars like that.
No, we had wooden ones for mine.
Maybe
I don't know what the fuck we got, and I should just text him just to like make sure we got an oar count correctly.
Yeah.
That's good thinking. But man, that just like, if we're talking about like, this is, I don't know how the weekend's going to go. I'm feeling pretty confident. I like, since he told me this shit and said, he said there's money on the line, I'm like, not that I took it any more seriously, but like, I did want to fish all this year, you know what I mean? And I didn't fish at all. This is my first time fishing this summer.
Mm-hmm.
And I love fishing. Like, I was telling fine little Italian mama, she said, "What are you doing?" And I'm like, "I was just sitting here watching fishing on the TV." And she's like, "You're watching fishing on TV?" And I'm like, "Yeah, like," but that killed her. You know what I mean? That was like a joke. Like, I actually enjoy watching fishing.
Did you watch the second episode of John B's Dart series?
No. Oh yeah, yeah.
Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would have destroyed him. Not just because I'm from PA, but just the fucking dude. He's such a faggot in the way that he's just like so lackadaisical and like he just knows that all this shit's gonna be paid for. He knows he's gonna get all these views. He made so much money off. He probably owns a stake in Guggen. You know what I mean?
He's a partner in Guggen.
Yeah, so he's such a faggot in how he acts. Just not even do anything. Instead of be just fucking like nonchalant. You know what I mean? Like
Talking about it.
I gotta fly across the country. What else did you have to work?
He did
tomorrow?
complain that whole video about having
Did
to go
you-
to Pennsylvania. It was crazy.
So you missed work. So you had to.
To go fish.
Oh my god! I gotta stay at a hotel.
Like, even before he got there and saw the weather, he was like upset about it.
Yeah.
It's like, there's good fish in Pennsylvania.
This is your life. This is what you wanted. YouTube fishing. You're not even a pro. Like,
I promise you, if my life was YouTube golf, you'd never have to hear me go, "Oh no, I gotta travel to North Dakota and play golf."
I'm gonna play at a random course around the U.S.
That'd be sick. Well, we might have to start a YouTube channel. Throw a dart wherever it lands. We just travel there and play golf the next day. That would be sick.
It would be.
Write that down. In the comments, write that down.
But yeah. I mean, so then Jay hits us with.
This was just tonight. Well, yesterday. It's midnight already.
I don't know if I said it, but Jay also hit me with that Sunday. And because we're talking about something, and I mentioned something, and he's like, "Oh no, we're not doing singles. You and Brandon are a team. Me and Mark are a team, and Kenny and James are a team." I'm like, "Okay, I didn't know that." Which we could have bought different things accordingly.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And so we found that a week of the tournament. Then tell him B what he dropped on us tonight.
I don't know if they're going to have an even number of teams. Mark invited the whole neighborhood, so we're just doing biggest fish, first and second. Singles. Back to singles.
That doesn't require any skill to catch the biggest fish. It doesn't. It does not at all. It's just luck in right place and right time.
Yeah.
That's all it is. It is. You could be fucking 5 feet away. You just rolled it. You were reeling it in. You rolled over the fucking 20-incher. That's all it was.
Mm-hmm.
Takes no skill. I just can't. I can't. I'm not doing money on it. Because, let's be honest, if it was singles, it was between me and Mark. I think, to begin with. Me and Uncle Mark. Like, who was going to win this? Now, I carry more gear. I have more, like, preparation and everything. I have that side of it. But my Uncle Mark is, like, Native American, like methodical, patient, like really understands like the weather and like trying to really dial in what these fish exactly want. You know what I mean? He is way better at that. Just un in fish and weather is huge. My Uncle Mark understands weather way better than I do. Uh, and I understand a lot, but he just has it. He's a, he's an amazing hunter as well. I always thought it was gonna come between because you don't even have tackle. You know what I mean? So
You keep saying that. I got everything I need. I have everything I need.
But if we're doing singles, it sucks that like if I was catching shit on original floaters, right? And you'd have to say, I gotta get an original floater.
I got 2 of them, 3 of them.
Well, I mean, if you didn't have them, you know what I mean. Now you got or a skitter pop. Now you don't have no skitter pops, so you got to ask for one.
I just work an original floater like a skitter pop. I just make it pop.
But
I'm in my bag, yo.
But obviously we're friends, so I'd rather see you come in second than anybody.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Shake and bake. Like, what just first, second, first. So when Jay told me that we're doing partners, I'm like, you only help me out. Because my Uncle Mark won't ever use anything that what he knows. He's bringing one rod and a small tackle box of like 6 things. 6 options. Other than that, he's not using anything. If you could catch 30 fish off a skitter pop and say, here, I'm telling you, right? You see me catch 20 fish off of these right now. Just use it. He won't use it.
Yeah.
He is just his own fucking lane. And Jay is only kind of like him, but he don't want to learn nothing. It's like you don't want to venture out and like actually learn nothing. Which like when I say, hey man, I've been looking up hot weather conditions and shit and time of the season. I think because tubes imitative crawfish and they're about to go into their next molt. So we're a little early for it, but crayfish, purple flakes and shit, because when they lose their shell, they turn purple. That's why they call them jellies. So we got tubes ready for them, you know what I mean? Just maybe like some of them lost their shells too early, or they were in a fight and they lost their shells and they're just vulnerable.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to smoke them.
Word.
Even that guy we seen on YouTube, that dickhead, remember?
Mm-hmm.
In that video, he says, I think they want a crawfish bite. Yeah, we got them. Tubes all day. And the reason nobody uses tubes anymore is because they made tubes before they could make like the steel molds to make like crayfish, like looking type ones, you know what I mean? So that was easier to make.
Mm-hmm.
So then they just made those, and then those little appendages off the back of it
Good word.
acted like their little 2 nose flares. And then just the way it moves, the way you're supposed to work it, like it just, smallmouth love it. So I'm telling Jay that, and he just laughs in my face. Tells me I'm not going to catch 30 fish. Those are going to catch. And then on top of that, I got one on a skidder. I got one on a crankbait. I'm going to catch a fish on every lure. Dude, he traded me so bad. It was so bad, dude. It was 11 o'clock at night. Beer in the fridge. Wasn't even feeling bad. I'm like, I'm going to bed. Because I'd rather just be in by myself than deal with you. Like, I can't even talk fishing. You know what I mean? Like, you just want to argue with everything I say. Like, I'm not better than you. It don't have nothing to do with all this gear and shit. Give me the fucking same shit you got and I work it different. I find spots different. I will go farther to get a better spot. I won't just stop at just the first thing I see. We will we'll grind it out harder. We'll do it all. You know what I mean? Also, little secret. He said the whole time that he just kept saying, well, they're only going to be in deeper water. What he's saying is that it's been so hot, which has been all summer, and the water level is way low, right? Because of how hot it's been. And when it's hot like that, it raises the water temperature, and fish go into the deeper water. Jay's been saying they're only going to be in deeper water. That's why he thinks it's going to be a 4-hour trip. Because you're just going to walk your boat through the shallows, and then we're just all going to be trying to fish the deeper water. No, we got shit for the shallows. Anyway.
Rooster tails.
Those bitches would get hung up immediately.
2 pebbles. 2 pebbles is all it takes.
Jay was saying, yeah, so since how hot it's been, the fish are gonna want to go into deeper water, and he's not wrong. They will, but there's also 3 ways, if the water temperature is high, to find colder water, and that's deeper water, cover, and current. And the whole time Jay would just keep saying, like, yeah, they're just going to be in deeper water. I'm like, yeah, they're also going to be in 2 other places too. It, like, when we go over the bridge, the riverfront bridge, that creates a shadow. All that water underneath there is deep or cooler.
Mm-hmm.
So they'll be right there. You know what I mean? Even though it will be, when we get through there, very shallow water, but there are fish right around there.
Mm-hmm.
If they're only fucking this big, dude. Like this big long ways.
Yeah.
Like, so if it's a foot of water, they're there.
Yeah.
We just can't see them. If there's trees, and this is where you gotta come in big in the front of the boat. Cover that's like trees hanging, just the way they grew, where like it's hanging off, you know what I mean, out towards the river, and then the way the sun is and it's casting a shadow, that shadow is colder water. That's what there'll be, you know what I mean? Even if, because they'll hang out even in the shadow just so minnows can't see them, and then they fucking just come out and just strike minnows like ninjas. You know what I mean? So you got to be on the lookout for like stuff like that. And then also current. Current is a big one because we are fishing a river, which never stops moving. So that is current. Now, if you talk about current in a lake is like a runoff / the wind is moving so fast in a direction that it's it's running off the mountains, that it's like creating this constant current in this area. And that keeps the fucking water moving, that keeps the oxygen in the water, that's keeps it colder, that's what there'll be. And if it's a river, it's tough to say. But I would say it's going to be colder. Now I'm gonna be able to feel it on Saturday at night when I get there. So I'm gonna know firsthand how cold or warm it is. You know what I mean? If it's warm, I got options. You know what I mean? And it's not. I know as soon as I dip my toes into it, that bitch is gonna be ice cold.
Word.
I know. So these fish are gonna. Jay, like I said, he dropped a load of wood off, turned around, and said, "You ain't catching 30 fish." That's all he did. He wasn't out there once. Didn't fucking put a rod in it once this year. It could just tell you.
Guy knows. Guy knows ball. Guy knows ball. Yeah. There you go.
Yeah, you were a little down.
Yeah, no, I'm always up. I was down, but now play us out, kid. Get us a little outro we're cooking up. So
Can we do
fish?
I was gonna do predictions, like how good do you think Charlie's gonna do?
I think she'll catch us 5 fish.
I was gonna say 10. We start at 10. Easy.
I think she'll catch 5.
5? There's no way.
I think there's gonna be some time spent untangling her shit.
That thing don't get tangled.
It's Charlie. She's smart enough to figure out how to tangle it.
Dude, I'm thinking she could catch more fish than us, honestly.
Yeah, she's using Hellgrammites all day.
Yeah.
I might get her live bait tomorrow. And I might just get like a little cooler at Walmart to keep the live bait in. Just to keep it cold.
All you
I
need
gotta
is
work
just
all day.
all you need is just worms.
Yeah, but I can't keep them in my truck with no cold air. I could take them in the fridge at work. I might just do that.
Little quick one.
Tell them where they can find pictures of your fish.
Listen, next week, I don't know if we said it, but next week we're going to have all our pictures and videos from this weekend in the beginning of next week's episode. So if you made it this long and you hear this, dude, you got to check out next week's episode because it's going to be fucking awesome. We are going to do awesome. Catch me on Instagram at tsteel_100 and on Locker Room Talk or on Snapchat. Well, it's Locker Room Talk _1 on Instagram for the team page.
Okay.
And then on Snapchat, catch me at Julietta.
You can catch me on all social medias at B as in Brandon, M as in Michael, H as in Hines, BMH1120. That's Snapchat, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, porno, everywhere. BMH112L.
Penis.
YouTube, I meant YouTube. YouTube. And then Locker Room Talk _1 on Instagram. And for business inquiries only, it's going to be Locker Room Talk Business at gmail.com. Ladies and gentlemen, that's Tyson Steele. I'm Brandon Himes. Going fishing. 48 hours.
God.
Actually, technically 36
I wish I could
hours.
just tell you right now, just skip to the next episode. I hope you can if you missed a week, because next week's episode is going to be nice. Winter, good or bad, you know what I mean? I want to do like where we introduce like the morning of, you know what I mean? Once we get to camp, set everything up, the morning of, you know what I mean? Walk it through the whole day. Has this been going on?
I mean, depending on how much footage we get, we could even just make it a separate video too. So you never know.
Word.
Stay tuned.
We love y'all.
Might be your project.
Appreciate ya.
Editing the video all week. The camping videos. Love y'all.